G'day guys, welcome back to the Total War Podcast. So today I'm going to be interviewing Surreal Beliefs.
Hello, everyone. That's me.
Yep, and we'll get cracking straight into it. So, um, just like a little thing there, where exactly are you from, Surreal Beliefs?
Well, I could say exactly where I'm from, but I'm always worried about people coming up and being like, "Hey, would you like to be best friends?" But no, I'm from a state in the South, and so believe it or not, I am from the deep South. I mean, there's the South, but in the United States, there's what you call the deep South, and I am from there. Um, Just as a little hint, I'm to the right of Texas, and I know I'm being a bit difficult, but I just want to make things a bit more fun. So, yeah, I am
Yeah,
from there. I've lived there for most of my life, and really, I know that there's a lot of jokes that people make when it comes to where people are like, or I guess to term it better, what people are like from here. But I will say the culture is rich, the food is good, and people are nice. Yeah.
yeah. um, Obviously being from Australia, we have the very classic, stereotypical view of the South. I wouldn't have thought you were from the South, but like I said, we have the very typical classic, um, you know, thought about the
Right.
South
Yeah.
of America. But yeah, so moving to the next question. What
All right.
what was the thing that got you to start making videos? I mean, for some people, it's a huge leap, mainly due to the fact it's really putting yourself out there, even though not everyone shows their face, but you have, of course, you've done your vlogs. What was the thing that was it just impulse, or were you building up to do something else, or was this something you've always wanted to do?
Well, I've always played games like many of the people that will listen to this podcast here, and I had gone on for, I believe, my teenage years and even my preteen years where I had led a guild for some very big MMOs, and I won't mention the biggest one because that's kind of a just a obvious thing to us say. Wow. But after that, I began to go to college, and that was fun. And I kind of stopped playing games as much. I was kind of doing the whole social scene there. But then I kind of wanted to slow things down, spend some more time at home, and kind of just get back to my gaming roots. And so there was also this other factor, and that was the fact that whenever you're in a college, there comes a point when you have to begin to speak in front of your class quite a bit. And so I've always had this fear of speaking in front of other people, in front of my peers, because at that point, no matter what you tell yourself at that time, in some way you are being judged, whether it's by your teacher or anyone else. And so I really wanted to practice my speech, and there really wasn't any other cause than that. So one day I was like, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and record myself as I play a game. And so that's how I started from there. And I really had no clue that people would actually watch anything that I made. But when that started to happen, I was like, wow, I'm entertaining people. And people would say things like, hey, I had a I had a really bad day, but when I watched this, you made me laugh and my day was better. And so in a way, that brought me joy, and so it kind of all started from there. And so like now it's just really a passion in my life. I mean, clearly it's not what I will be doing for the rest of my life, but at this stage and point in my life, it's fantastic.
Okay, awesome. So I think you kind of hinted towards there, which would involve the next question. What is your favorite thing about uploading?
Uploading, let's see.
So, like, I
It,
mean, doing the whole content stuff online and all that.
my favorite thing about uploading, I would have to say that it's interacting with my fans. Now, that's a bit of a typical thing that people may say, but whenever I do like let's say a live stream, I spend more time talking to people in chat than actually playing the game, which means that I look really bad when I play that game, but it's a lot of fun. And the other part that I really love is showing the work that all of these people, these fans, put in their mods, because there are countless mods that have made games fun for me for so many years. I mean, clearly there's things like Third Age, Total War, but there's so many more. And I just really enjoy putting their work out there so other people can see what they've done and try out their work. And for me, that's a really great joy. And I've gotten to know quite a few people in that scene, and they're all very hardworking people who do it for free. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. And so, as you've grown over time, obviously you developed your own sort of commentary skill and stuff. Um, what videos are you looking towards doing in the future, and how do you think your channel will change towards the future and as you progress?
It's funny that you bring that up. I was actually given that thought this night. I tend to be very lighthearted when I speak. I tend to make my very bad jokes, and I tend to do a voice or many types of those where I may try to sound like a dwarf or a orc. And it's just, I've always done that by myself, and so it was kind of a natural thing for me to do that as I do Let's Plays, not just because I think they're good because they're really bad. Um, but it's just fun and it makes people laugh. So there's that. But I've just been wanting to try to be a bit more, I wouldn't say serious, but I want to teach people how I play in a way. I'm not saying that I'm very good, but some people go like, "Hey, how do you win this? How do you do this?" So lately, or at least this last night, I've been trying to be a bit more calm and a bit more clear, and I've been trying to like just. There's people like there's a guy who I think is great, and I learned how to play Crusader Kings 2. His name is Frood 100. And this kid, well, I say kid, but he's a young man. This young man is just, he's very clear, and he teaches you how to play without really teaching you, if that really makes sense. And I kind of want to go down that route. And
Yeah.
so that's really how I'm trying to change things up. I was trying to do some other games, but I think I'm going to stay within the RTS and the grand, like I guess the whole Crusader Kings 2 field.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, like teach people just with your same, but via your let's plays, other than you're not just going to do tutorials and such.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll come into the slightly more common questions here. What is your favorite Total War to date?
Oh, that's a tough one. I've been playing Total War since Rome Total War, and so that goes years and years back. I mean, if we're not going to bring in mods, then I would have to say that uh, I probably played Empire Total War with no mods longer than any other Total War to date, which is weird because when it came out, of course, many people weren't happy with how things turned out. But the funny part is that I haven't really touched the game since. Like I've tried to do some mods, but I will say that I guess outside of that, Shogun 2, in my view, is probably the most balanced game. And so as far as a good game, when it comes to Total War, that, in my view, is their best one.
Yeah. So yeah, I actually feel the same about Shogun. A lot of people don't like it due to the fact that the setting and stuff.
Right.
I felt like the game mechanics were great and shows a lot, which is going to be in Rome too.
hmm
Um, and obviously leading on from that, your favorite Total War. What is your favorite mod for Total War?
Ooh, favorite mod. That's really tough. I could say Third Age Total War, but I feel like that would be the norm that most people would say.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's see. There's also Call of Warhammer, which is quite fun. Really trying to think on that. I really don't have a clear one that I can say that I love more than anything else. Um, I guess just because I've been playing Third Age more than anything else, I would have to say that. And next would probably come Call of Warhammer, then the stainless steel mod, which is really, really good. And there's many more, but yeah, it's probably just going to be the same old, which is Third Age.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Third Age is a great mod.
Right.
Um, so coming over to Rome 2, what is the thing you're most excited about in terms of the game mechanics? I'm not sure if you've seen they've released more footage of the Nile and the
Right.
battle and everything, and they've actually shown what the map is like. And again, I'm not going to go too into it now because we're doing an interview with you, but
Right.
they've released new things about how there's a republic system and type of thing in Rome where you decide to you have political points which you use to
hmm
assassinate marriage and arrange marriages and such. Are you looking forward more towards the battles or, like I said, the diplomacy, the political side to the game? What is your favorite thing the most excited thing you're looking for?
Once more, I'm going to go with the norm and say that it's almost every single thing. The one thing that I love with the people who make the Total War games is the fact that each one is better than the last. Well, for the most part, but they are really doing so much, and I understand that before a game comes out, there's really a lot of hype, but I feel like this game will have more to, I guess, bring to the table than any other game in the past. So I'm going to look forward to the campaign map and the fact that siege battles are almost gone.
Yeah.
Thank you, any god that is out there. Thank you. Look, just siege battles were never really done well in the Total War games. They were always at least to me, a real big pain. And I guess the only thing that I have that I don't like for Shogun 2 is also, well, the siege parts, which tend to be a really great pain just because your men either have to climb the walls or other such things too. But yeah, so I'm just looking forward to everything there, and just the fact that we're going to be able to fight out in the field, and yeah, just I can't really think of anything bad I have to say when it comes to the game. I just only hope that the battles are a bit slower paced, and I believe they said that they're going to buff things up to where things won't end as fast, so that'll be nice too.
Yeah, for sure. So like the battles drag on, and it
Right,
feels like it's like an actual struggle.
right.
Now, who would you say is your favorite commentator? But that's not just Total War. And in terms of saying favorite, I mean someone who's inspired you, has helped you build your own personality. So I mean throughout everyone on YouTube, not just Total War.
That's really tough to say. When I began to do Let's Plays, I really didn't have time to watch anyone else. I mean, like over time, I've watched your stuff. I've watched Fruit, and let's see. Yeah, that's really hard to say. It's a bit weird, but there's this guy who I watched prior to when I started to do Let's Plays, and he kind of like almost led me down that route, not because I knew him, just because he really made me laugh, and I thought that would be fun to try. And the only Let's Plays that I really watched were kind of like the more mainstream ones, and that would be what's his name? I can't believe I forgot his name. His name's Uber Haxor.
Uber Hacks
Yeah,
Over.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, him. Yeah, I just remember him by his name James, and so that just like slips my mind there. But yeah, so I would watch him, and he would do this stuff with his friend Spoon, and it would just crack me up. And but I can't say that I really kind of watched anyone else and picked up from them. When I first started to do Let's Plays, I was very quiet. I was very calm, and then over time, I just kind of started to bring more, I guess you could say, life to my Let's Plays, and so I really can't say that there's really any one person who has really made changed how I do my commentary.
Yeah, for sure. Um, and so another question we have here is, have you ever been approached by someone in real life? I know you've done your webcam
Right.
videos and stuff. Has anyone ever noticed you as of yet?
Oh, that would be amazing, and that would probably make me almost want to just cry. But no, no. I really can't say that I have. I do know that there was one kid who does, I believe, Total War stuff, and he lives in my town. But since I'm taking a break from college right now, I don't really get a chance to go out as much as I would like. Of course, me and the lady will go out and do things, but no, I've never really met any person who would know my face. Yeah,
Yeah, one day, Cyril, one day.
yeah, soon, soon.
And when you started uploading, did you have a previous expectation of what it would be like and how people would react and where they met?
Ooh, well, my expectations were that people would say, "Hey, you suck," or things like that. But no, I just really didn't think people would watch my stuff. But I have this habit that when I try new things, I get hooked. I get just completely hooked in what I do, and I try to do my best. And I wouldn't say that I'm very good, but I would like to say that I bring a lot for people to watch. And if they want to watch me win, that's fine too. If they want to watch me or hear me make bad jokes, there's that too. But I didn't think anyone would watch my stuff, so it was only by chance that I think people did, and that's all that I can really ask for. And I mean, that kind of remains the same. I started doing Let's Plays, I think, on September 3rd of 2011, and so I really had no clue that I would get to this point now. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And if the possibility was to arise and have YouTube become like a full-time profession, would you take it on?
Honestly, I would say yes, but if I was to go down that route, then I would want to go back to school because the big deal with that is mostly the cost, and so I'm trying to work on that, and that would really help me out with going back to school. And I would like to go down that route just because a lot of people seem to have this fear about bringing up money when it comes to doing this sort of thing. But in my view, it's like, hey, you're bringing entertainment to people for free for the most part, and there should be no shame in this. It's a new field, and I find that people really need to get over the fact that it's just there's nothing wrong with making any sort of money from this field. I mean, like there's the big names, and those are the only people who I think can really do this as a full-time job, and they're making a lot.
Yeah.
And am I mad? No. Am I jealous? No. I mean, there are some people who just scream and they may get a million views. That's fine. The whole point is that you entertain, and yeah. So I guess I would go down that route, but like I said, it's not what I want to do as a full-time thing for the rest of my life. I would like to at some point either teach or I don't know, just probably teach. Yeah.
Yeah. I know in saying how you're talking about the income and everything. I mean, the top tier of YouTube is up there with like Jenna Marbles, Ray William Johnson and stuff. I
Right.
mean, it pushes the point now where they're starting to make as much money as TV stars,
Right.
and I mean it's good that you brought that up, and not a lot of other YouTubers ever bring that up. The fact that people shouldn't there shouldn't be a stigma around it anymore, and
Hmm.
yeah, it's good that you brought that up. Um, as a total war community as a whole, in terms of the fans, do you think? Oh, sorry. What's your favorite thing about the total war community in terms of the fans?
Oh boy. Basically, the fact that they know so many things that I really could never have the time to read on. I mean, I am having to cover so many different time periods or even books. Like soon I'll be doing the Game of Thrones mods for Crusader Kings 2 and just things like that. And these young kids or men or ladies, they just know so much, and I've been able to really learn quite a bit. I would have to say that what I like the most is the fact that I mean, things in chat may get a little rough from time to time, but for the most part, everyone is pretty kind. And it's just really nice to see. And I feel like that's not something that you can really find too much on this site just because, well, I mean, let's go check out a FPS game and see what people have to say there. It's not very nice.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably my favorite part, just that for the most part, people are pretty kind and they're willing to help. And if you mess up, well, they're going to let you know.
And so now we're coming towards the end of the interview here, and are there any tips that you would give to people who are starting or who are looking forward to trying to build a presence online on YouTube?
Well, the first thing that I would say, do not rely on anyone else. Now, I see a lot of people going, hey, can you shout out my name, this and that. All right, now that's fine and that does help, but what you need to focus on is you. You need to ask, hey, what do I want to do here? What do I want to have done within this next week, this next month? And I see many who will start and just quit. It's a very tough ride. I mean, keep in mind that you're having to try to fight for people's time every day. And there's a lot out there. And so I would say keep at it, try to learn, try to get better. And I guess I would have to say as well, just stay who you are, because more often than not, when people get big, when people get large, they tend to change a little bit. They tend to go, hey, I am better than him, I am better than her. Just stay who you are and be kind to the people who get you there. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but that's a very good. That's awesome how you said that out right there about how
Mm,
people do change as they go in stature on YouTube.
right.
Um, so last question for your subscribers or people who haven't seen your channel before. Do you have any information about any new series that are coming to your channel? I mean, you just hinted towards a Crusader Kings thing, but
Right.
is that the new series that you were planning to make prominent on your channel?
Well, let's see. I just completed, I think, two in the last week, which has been very nice. So I would have to say yes. I would look forward to the Game of Thrones mods. I have read those books, and it's been really nice to see that the hype has gotten huge, mostly due to the show. But I don't really care. I mean, like when the Lord of the Rings films came out, yeah, I read the books, but I was just happy to see that more people love this stuff now. So yeah, just look forward to my Crusader King stuff. Any Game of Thrones stuff like for Medieval 2, but I won't be touching that until they're done with that mod there. And I'll probably do some Rome Total War just because, hey, everyone else is, so I might as well too, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. All right. Thanks for Surreal Bliss for joining me today.
Uh, It's been great, man, and thank you very much. And also, look, check out his channel. Stay there. This is a great guy. And I'm also sorry if I'm a little bit nuts right now. It is 3:39 and I'm running on no sleep. So
Thanks, man, for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.